As far as I know, here in Miami, we can only get exotic woods at Shell Lumber. That's towards downtown. I live here on the outskirts in Sweetwater. I have these sample boards from there, and we're going to make a little box from them. We have Purple Heart and Padauk. I resawed the boards, and the Purple Heart resaw came out a bit off. To salvage the boards, I decided to grind in some texture for the Purple Heart. So we'll cut these boards to size now on the table saw. This is my new Dewalt Table Saw. It's such a great tool. I love the fence system too. It has a bunch of great features and it makes my workflow go way smoother. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out to where you can find it. So I'm going to cross-cut the boards and get rid of the rough, chipped edges. There's a little bit of chipping here. So we'll reduce here and then measure and then cut this to the proper size. We need two sides for this. So we have to decide how long we want the fronts to actually be. And let's say we make it 6.5. And this will be the sides. We have 10 right here. We could do 6.5. We'll do 6.5. This is all the material we have to work with. I'm going to go back to Shell Lumber and get more material of these exotics because they're kind of fun. So these are going to be the sides, side and side. So I have to cut this here. Sides, front and back. Something like this, maybe. That's what we'll do. Okay. So I'm sanding the boards. I want to coat the boards with poly. A little sanding helps prep these for a smooth finish. I gave them a first coat. The poly seeped into the wood. So I'll sand this coat off. I'll just leave the poly that got in the fibers. Then I'll recoat and build up the finish until it's smooth. Alright, so that's a beautiful shine. Look at that glossiness. I'm going to glue this up. I might want to do a center clamp on both sides just so that the glue, but I think that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna let this dry. Just make it into a little funky box with beautiful colors popping out. We'll see how it looks in the end. Alright, so we have our box glued up, and what we're gonna do is add this block here to level this out. Since I have all these gouges, we'll use this block and we're gonna hot glue it. Hot glue's already dripping. So yeah, we'll hot glue it, and that way we can pass it through the table saw to cut the top from the bottom half of the box. And then we can move over. I've decided to make wooden hinges and a clasp. So we'll just, we're gonna have to redo this top as far as staining it and all that stuff. That's fine. Whatever. Part of the process. This way we get it nice and even. So we pass it through the table saw nice and even, and we get a nice cut. All right, let's see how this goes. We're going to take our rusty spatula. Now we'll have to remove all this. And we're gonna have to do a little bit of sanding here, but that's okay. So these are gonna be the hinges. They're in 3 layers, sandwiched in, 2 purple hearts with the Padauk in the middle. And I believe what I'm gonna do is make some sort of template here and make the hinge on this side. This will be what's facing out. You'll see what I mean, but I'm gonna glue this up right now and sandwich it, butter it up, let it dry, and then we'll work on the template and cut out these hinges. Alright, so we're gonna do this little latch design here, and we'll see how it looks. Then we can shape it a little bit if it's kind of odd, but we're going for funky and rustic and all that, so let's do that. See how this comes out. So this is the weirdness that's going on. Let's see how that looks on it just as a test. So here's the boxy box. And we'll have this latch here. But I'm going to have to shape this to see. Might have to do something different. I don't know. Let's see. Let me shape this and I'll get back to it. If I come back and I have a different latch, then it's because I decided on something different. Okay? Alright guys, this is where I'm at. This little pin here, oops, will go in that hole. Here's the little latch. And that goes in there like that. this bit I've got to shape a little bit, and it'll go here to latch on. And these are the hinges I just finished making. And they'll go on the back of this. We've got our hinges and the latchy latch. Alright, so we're gonna insert the pin, actually, just the pin, and let it dry in there. And then we'll add the hinge. That's probably more than I needed as far as wood glue is concerned, but just the same. There it is. Let's see if I can wipe off this excess glue, squeeze out. And actually, I think I can put this in right now, but not drop it all the way down so it doesn't stick with the wood glue. And of course, this is going to go on here too. Like that. But I might shape it. Actually, I'm going to shape it now. Be right back. Let me shape this and we'll come back to it. Subscribe to my channel to follow what I'm up to. I'll catch you guys next time.